Welcome back to the Texas music scene, y'all. We had the chance to catch up with Reckless Kelly's Willy and Cody Braun. We sat down to talk about their 2024 album, The Last Frontier. It's a tight, punchy collection of 3 minutes or so songs, recorded at the legendary Arlyn Studios and produced with their good friend, Jonathan Tyler.
Here she comes, another run of bad luck in miserable city. On the run, but we'll never get away.
Well, I had this idea for a long time where I just wanted to make an album that was all short songs, kind of in the style of the old 60s singles that had to fit on a 45, so everything's under 3 minutes per side. So all the songs on the record are between like 2.5 and 3 minutes, so just kind of short.
Yeah, it felt natural. I mean, I didn't never feel like we were trying to force anything or we were sacrificing anything in the song. Everything felt pretty natural, and I think that's because he had a pretty good idea going into it of the structure of the tune, and it was a lot easier this time we didn't have to agonize over this or that very much. It was pretty much just the band as well. We didn't have many outside folks on this record, so we just kind of went in and knocked it out pretty quickly.
Some things don't change, and you were the one. Some things don't change, you were the one.
I really was adamant about having everything under 3 minutes. That was like nothing over not 3:01 or anything. And there's a couple on there that end up being 3:05 or 3:10 or something, only a couple. But at that point, it was like, all right, everything else is nice and tight. And the song is better being 5 seconds longer than I really would have liked it to be. So we let a couple slip through. So we weren't trying to force it, like Cody said, just kind of making it as good as it could be, but also keeping it short.
Me and the boys, we've been burning up the highway, just blew in on a second wind.
There's one rocker on there called Fired Up, Ready to Go. And it's just, that's one that I really earmarked for this album when I wrote it, several years ago. And it was just like short and sweet. It's kind of an old school traveling band kind of vibe. It's about being on the road and real rapid fire lyrics and a short chorus and kind of shout back vocals that hopefully the crowd can get into when they hear it and know it. And it's a fun one. Like, it's just a really get in and get out. It was the perfect song for this album.
Fired up, ready to go. Fired up, ready to go. Fired up, ready to go. Ready to go.
Jonathan Tyler has a studio really close to my house, and he was doing some projects and would call me up for some fiddle work or mandolin stuff, and so I started going over to his place and recording, and we just got to be really good friends and worked on a bunch of projects together. And when we started talking about this new record and bringing in somebody to produce it, I recommended Jonathan. I was like, man, he's really got a cool thing going right now, and I think he's got more of a rock background. We had a really good time in the studio, and he was excited to be there, and it was nice having an outside ear to come and just kind of pick through the stuff and have a different opinion than the guys in the band or the songwriter.
Keep looking down the road. Keep looking down the road. Oh, the rain's gonna fall and the wind's gonna blow. So keep looking down the road.
Yeah, that was an experiment. I didn't know if it was going to work out or not. And
I knew it would work.
I did. I did a bunch of stuff with just the iPhone for the Quarantine Kitchen and the Music from the Mountains thing. So I knew I could pull off something of that level. And I've got the secret ace up the sleeve is the background up there in my backyard is just, I can drive 20 minutes in any direction and see cool mountains or a lake or a river or aspens changing color or beautiful sunsets, you name it. The bridge or the canyons, there's all this stuff that I can stand in front of and play a guitar, and people don't even, who cares how good the quality is if you can just, see what's behind it. And it was fun to do that. It was a lot of experimenting, and then shot way more than I needed. And, luckily it was a short song, so I only had to have, 3.5 minutes of decent footage. So, yeah, it was fun.
Whether you're making a record or filming a video or, that artistic process, I think, is just really fun. We've done it since we were kids. We've been making movies, and our parents got us a video camera when we were little kids because we just enjoyed making silly movies, and it's always been fun to kind of come up with ways to get your story across.
My mind's a razor and my back is strong. I couldn't keep her from kicking my heart around, but some of it's still hanging on. So you can have what's left in my heart. It's been broken, but there's still a few working parts. A little tough love, a little jump start. If you think you can keep it from falling apart, honey, you can have what's left in my heart.
Well, the song is You Can Have What's Left in My Heart, and it was one of my favorite songs on the record. I kind of earmarked it early on as a song that I wanted to kind of tackle for a video, and I just wanted to try and create a vibe of like the band, hopping off the bus and stopping at a little bar and just kind of taking over a little place, and just kind of have a fun party at this little place, that could be anywhere, anywhere on the side of the road in America. And the idea was really just kind of simple, when you have 3 minutes to try and tell a story, it's not very much. So that song, I think, lended itself to that idea of just kind of the band having fun with our fans and our friends in a little dive bar and singing karaoke and being goofy and just kind of capturing that element of the band.
Every time I hear your name, sends me down that road again.
The third single is the title track, The Last Frontier. Cody had the idea of having a duet on it, and immediately thought of Kelly Willis, because she's just got such a great voice, and it was perfect for the song, and she said yes, and came down and sang on it, and she just killed it, and really just made the song the way she sang it, and I think it's just a really cool track. It's one of my faves on the album, because her addition to it just really made it something special. I thought it would be a good title, and it does really fit The Last Frontier is kind of, it's a good title for the tour as well, since we're kind of winding it down. And so yeah, it wasn't really anything we tried to do, but it was a great coincidence that it worked out like that.
That's a common theme in the Reckless Kelly story.
Yeah, we have planned very little over the years.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's really